Last night, an unexpected visit from my lead to her walking in on Ajisai and Reinako in the sweet, intimate moment. Upon learning that Maya had simply come to hang out, both Reinako and Ajisai welcomed her warmly. During their conversation, Ajisai noticed that Reinako wasn't referring to Maya's Ozuka-sen as usual, which left Reinako momentarily unsure how to explain. Fortunately, Mai quickly stepped in with an excuse to smooth things over, under Ajisai's guidance. The three enjoyed the scenery of the seaside town. When they passed by a snack shop, Ajisai mentioned it was her favorite place to visit as a child. She assumed that Mai, coming from an elite background, would never have seen a shop like this before. To her surprise, Mai shared that she had often visited similar snack shops with Satsuki and even had tips on how to pick the best snacks for the lowest price. This sparked Ajisai's competitive spirit, and she asked Reinako to act as judge to see whether she or Mai could put together the best snack combination for 100 yen. After careful selection, Ajisai showed off her chosen snacks only to find that Maya had picked the exact same items. The match ended in a draw, Ajisai said, saying she thought she'd finally have a chance to beat Mai for once. Reinako was surprised to see this competitive side of Ajisai and wondered if she might be a bit like Satsuki after all. Just then, the owner of a nearby photo studio recognized Ajisai and invited them inside. Seeing childhood photos of Ajisai, Reinako couldn't help but marvel at how unbelievably cute she was. The owner suggested they take a group photo together. The idea of standing between two beauties made Reinako nervous, but Mai noticed her hesitation and proposed that just she and Ajisai take the photo this time. After the photo, Ajisai brought up the picture Reinako had seen earlier. She explained that on the day of her Shikiko-san ceremony, her younger brother suddenly developed a fever, and her parents had to rush home to cheer her up. The owner told her to put on her cutest expression to make her parents regret missing the photo, and that's how that beloved picture came to be. Hearing the story, Reinako felt she understood Ajisai a little better. It seems neither Mai nor Ajisai could live entirely as they pleased, and Reinako reflected that people are just complicated that way. When they returned to the inn, Mai announced the day wasn't over yet. A fireworks festival was happening that night, and she had already prepared yukata for Ajisai and Reinako to choose from. As Reinako admired the variety, she joked about Mai's money powers, but then noticed a pair of eyes glaring at her. It was Hitori, Mai's personal attendant. Puzzled by her hostile expression, Reinako learned that Hitori had only been polite during their last meeting because Satsuki was present. Now, with no need to impress the future mistress, Hitori made no effort to hide her dislike. Reinako finally understood Hitori was a hardcore Satsuki ex-Mai shipper. After choosing their yukata, the three happily explored the festival together. After a while, Mai suggested they split up to buy food and meet up later. Reinako agreed and headed off for her favorite takoyaki, but she forgot to agree on a meeting spot with Mai and Ajisai. Little did she know, things were quietly shifting in her absence. Unable to find Reinako after buying food, Mai and Ajisai passed the time chatting. Both ended up talking about how Reinako had helped them in ways they hadn't even realized at the time. Seeing the happy look on Ajisai's face whenever Reinako was mentioned, Mai suddenly confessed that she was in love with Reinako. Ajisai saw her waist. Trying to stay calm, she asked if Mai and Reinako were dating. Mai explained that she had already confessed her feelings, but Reinako hadn't responded yet. She told Ajisai all this because she sensed that Ajisai might also have feelings for Reinako. After a long silence, Ajisai admitted she didn't want to ruin their friendship. Mai understanding what Ajisai meant, if everyone could be happy, she was willing to let go of her own feelings. Just then, fireworks lit up the sky. Watching them slip through her fingers like fleeting beauty, Ajisai prepared to bury her feelings deep inside until Reinako suddenly appeared before her, smiling brightly. In that moment, something Ajisai was about to let go of seemed to slip firmly back into her grasp. The next morning, Mai came to say goodbye to Reinako, explaining that work called her back to Tokyo. Before leaving, she kissed Reinako as usual under the murderous gaze of Hitori, and Reinako hurriedly saw her off. Later, Reinako and Ajisai began their journey back. While waiting at the station, Ajisai suddenly began to confess her feelings to Reinako, but her words were drowned out by a passing train. When Reinako asked what she had said, Ajisai smiled and replied it was nothing important. Flashback to the day Ajisai first left home. She had been too afraid to board the train until Reinako appeared before her like an angel. It was then that Ajisai first realized these fluttering feelings were love. Ajisai's journey away from home may have come to an end, but her love for Reinako is only just beginning. How will Reinako handle these emotions? Follow my channel to be the first to know next week in the finale.